And just some explanation of the rules before we start. The basic premise is you have 10 minutes to kill the Ragnarok. If you don't kill within 10 minutes, you get DQ'd. Each round is one fight, and after the fight, you get points based on how you did. If you kill the Ragnarok within 10 minutes, you receive 100 points. You then receive 100 points subtracted by the amount of time that you used to kill the Ragnarok. So if you take 5 minutes to kill the Ragnarok, you get 50 points. If you take 7 minutes to kill the Ragnarok, you get 30 points. So on, you get the gist. You also receive points for your remaining health percentage. So if you kill the Ragnarok with 90% health remaining, you get 90 points. If you kill it with 65% health remaining, you get 65 points. So on. These points are totaled, and these points are used to just indicate who's in what place for round 1. For round 2, which is run the same as round 1 largely, except only the people who survived round 1 make it to round 2. Within round 2, the 2 highest ships by points will advance to round 3, where they will fight a best of 3 1v1 to claim the title. Any other rules are probably explained along the way. For example, broadsiders spawn at 45, frontsiders spawn at 0, aircraft spawn in the air at whatever altitude is really best for them. I defined an altitude originally, but I decided whatever the creator wants is what they get. Ships spawn at 0. Submarines are not allowed. Spacecraft are not allowed. There's no exploiting allowed of any kind. I defined that in the rule set. And there's no sub-objects, no nothing like that. And besides that, the rules are pretty minimal. So let's get into it. Alright, Ark, I'm sorry to say, but this is your very last chance. This is the second forgiveness you've been given. There's no more. If something stupid happens, it is over. There is no more forgiveness for the Brimstone Rain. I'm gonna watch this thing like a hawk. I don't care about the missiles. Serious funfetti action going on from the wood armor. Nothing serious is dropping out the ship yet, though. Driver would be correct. If something happens a third time, then it's no longer an issue of luck. It's just an issue of design. You can see the missiles closing in on the Ragnarok. We'll examine them in a second, after we see if anything happens here. We see the APHE just bursting through this wooden armor. It looks like she's entering submarine mode once again. Let's go look at the Ragnarok. We've lost about 400 firepower. That's because our Sabo gun is all but dead. Looks like every missile hit here, and we are down 1 turret. However, the things most deadly to the Brimstone would be the APHE guns, which are still alive. Let's go back. Can't tell where we're shooting all that much because we're down the Sabo gun. But it's here. Not much of value that I can see here. What missiles? There we can see the next salvo is landing now. This could be dangerous. If we get hit on another turret, it will be basically game over for the Ragnarok. Ooh, that looks deadly percent-wise. Not seeing as much damage over here anymore. Let's go look. Oh my gosh. I think the Ragnarok is AI dead. So, I think this is a bug. In this scenario, the Ragnarok is supposed to switch to this AI and continue fighting, but it hasn't, as we can see. So this is a bug. Technically, I should restart this, but I will not. We will just let the Brimstone Rain run this down and see what score it receives. Its score will be artificially inflated because of the bug. It won't lose any health, but we can still get a time score. So the main AI on the Ragnarok is dead, but it seems that the ACBs that are supposed to switch the AI functionalities did not activate, probably to some sort of FTD fuckery, so the Ragnarok is unable to fight. But again, I'm not going to do anything about that. We'll just see how long it takes. AI priority. Yes, the ACBs are placed near the main AI. They should have taken damage and then set things up, but I could have set it up wrong. It could be a bug. I don't know what happened, but it happened. Yeah, this could also be an issue of setup. Whatever happened, it's too late to change. And I'll have to fix it in post later when I update this thing. I thought I fixed the issue, but I never tested it, so. I think perhaps something fair. I want to see what you guys think about this. To even this out, the fact that this happened, and the Brimstone Rain has received leniency twice, I think we can subtract 5 points from the health score of the Brimstone Rain. So if it were to win now, if the Brimstone were to win now, it would win at effectively 86% and receive 86 points for health. Does that sound fair to people? Or no? This is to, like, account for the leniency it's received twice, as well as for this issue that happened, which could be my foolishness, but we don't know. Just 5 points. Just say if you think it's fair or not. If not, I won't do it. Oh yeah, I just want to know what other people think. Arc. Flappy, you drive a good point. But by that metric, then the Brimstone Rain would stand no chance. Because it scored a 0 the first fight. But we could. We could. Let's get the data first, and then we'll apply mutations to it after. Pretzels. We'll mutate the data as we see fit after the rounds are over. For now, this thing still has to kill the Ragnarok within the next 7 minutes. Here comes another salvo. If this thing hits center mass, then it could AI dead the Ragnarok. But it looks like they're hitting the front side of the Ragnarok. Oh, if we sink, that would be huge for the Brimstone. Okay, those missiles are being wasted. Imagine it kills the damage AI in the secondary. That would be nice for it if it kills the secondary AI. But the main AI is dead. The Ragnarok is holding on by the secondary AI, which is at the front of the ship. Because the secondary is no longer there. Actually, there is technically 2 more AIs. There's a Sea Wiz AI, which is obviously still working, and a secondary, which is not working. Gotta check the old phone Reno. Wow, there's a lot of stuff being said in Gen Chat. Okay. It's not where it needs to hit, but this still could do significant damage. Okay, those are missing. That's tragic. Yeah, so the workshop version is not updated with the backup AI system, Xeno. But again, it still could be set up wrong in the current version. But the workshop version is not set up to be redundant. Thank you, Hyperbeam, for wins for following. Mucho apreciado. Yeah, so Xeno, that version is not updated to actually work with a redundant AI. So there is nothing there that would work. This version, however, should be, but it could also not be set up correctly. I did it this morning, and I did it pretty quick. Ooh, we're getting laggy. Okay. Okay, that's game over. 4 minutes and 47 seconds. So, let's tally the score. And let's hope it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I have to give you round 1 score if it doesn't work. That's just kind of how it is. Because like I can't keep restarting the stream, unfortunately. So yeah, it's loaded in, it's fine. Like last time was halfway through the fight. We were like 2 minutes deep and it just crashed out of nowhere. So well, yeah, we'll just hope this run goes through. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. You know, not much we can do in the first place. Oop. Whoops, you might hear me on repeat. I'm trying to open my affiliate center. Or my, what is it called? Creator dashboard, that's what it's called. But yeah, we'll just see. We'll hope she works. But yeah, thus far, about the same result, except the Ragnarok has probably landed a couple lucky blows. But not much to really talk about here. Ah, shit. I'm scrolling through things I don't want to scroll through. Was the cause of the sea was dripping out? That would probably be decos. Just being cracked when you attach them to barrels like that. More likely than not. I don't know. Was the stream showing 33 viewers for you guys before the last crash? Because it was showing 33 for me, and I was like, what the fuck? There's 33 people watching from the depths. Because I've been seeing 20 consistently today, so I was a little confusion. But yeah. The fight we expect. Not the fight we wanted to watch a million times. Not just 14 for me? Yeah, I meant before the crash, CX. Right now it's 14 or 19 now, which is very nice. But ooh, Ragnarok is laggy. But it said 33 and I was like, what the hell? Okay, as always, the Sabo gun is the first to die because everyone seems to want to kill the damn Sabo gun, which is natural, it seems. Our rear railgun is mostly dead. Just missing some barrels though, so it could actually be fine. It's probably still firing. I think the Ragnarok is scuffed in the energy department. I think I need to update it. I don't think it's producing enough energy after the update. But we're just trying to see if the old big Cram Boat can kill it fast enough. That's all that matters. What is the clip size? The Sabo gun, I believe, is a 3 meter. I could be wrong, but it's a 2 or a 3, most likely. Because the Sabo gun is more cluster than the other guns, technically, because the other guns are, I want to say, 7 meters. But there are plenty of aimpoint spoof clusters that I placed around the ship, specifically at the front and back, such that I would spoof cluster aim, but it could end up not working. But I did try to plan against that. But I mean, if the Sabo gun goes first, who cares? So it goes. Man, this thing is laggy. 2 turrets are gone on you? Oh, yeah, 2 turrets are gone. This sucks because you were doing quite well the last round. I'm not even going to get close to the Ragnarok. I think it's also quite laggy. Ragnarok is missing what looks like, still missing the Sabo gun. I hope the lobster is back, CX. I quite like it. I think it is one of the craziest looking things I've seen. It looks like we're down our rail guns. I don't think our rail guns are firing. This, I think this, all right. So you can say I'm coping, you could say I'm seething, but I think the Ragnarok is basically bugged after the, what about the cheese? The cheese was ridiculous, but the lobster was like crazy in the unique sense. So I think the Ragnarok is sort of bugged in the sense that it's not producing enough energy after the update to actually maintain its railguns, which is making the Ragnarok weaker in these fights. Which is fine in the context of the tournament. Everyone's fighting the Ragnarok like this, and we already have very few entrances into round 2 anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you are taking the Ragnarok off the workshop right now, just know that it seems to be weaker, and I will probably need to do some maintenance on this thing to make the railguns work. Because neither of these railguns are firing, and I do not think we've been breached at 87% in our engine compartments, of which we have plenty of backups. No, I don't believe we've been breached in the engines at all yet. Well, actually, we have, but still, we do have backup power. So I'm going to research this. I'm going to probably look into it, see if it is messed up, if it is broken, if it's not able to sustain its own fire. Because let's just see if it's generating anything. Okay, so we are losing. We don't have our energy generation, but our engines themselves aren't outputting almost any energy that matters. But this seems to be pretty consistent, so I probably just need to investigate it and do some updates on the Ragnarok. But yeah, so that's just some cope. But again, it doesn't matter in the context of the tournament. Big Cram Boat will probably receive a lower score this round, just for the simple sake of it will not be able to kill as fast because 2 of its turrets are down. And the Ragnarok is for some reason at excessively long range, despite me telling it not to, as always, and is making it hard for the big Cram Boat to land shots. As you can see, they're just sailing past. So this fight will probably draw out. Hopefully we will see a kill, but if we don't, the same rules as round 1 do apply. If we don't see a kill in 10 minutes, then we will not be seeing the big Cram Boat in round 3 at all, because it will be disqualified for a time violation. It's unfortunate because it looked on pace to maybe take the fastest win before the crash, but what can you do, really? So it motherfucking goes. Let's see. God, this game speed is horrendously slow. The Ragnarok's offensive capabilities are basically null and void right now. It's able to do some damage, but it is insignificant in all reality. I just wish it would stop running away, but it is. Let's see what its firepower is. Yeah, we've lost about 600 firepower. Not really producing almost any power, really, or energy. That gun's down. That gun's dead and down. These guns are alive, but this one's down. No clue, Toaster. That's probably a question for the setups and solars and vards of this group. Hopefully they respond to you. My guns are shooting again. So the gun that is shooting is not a railgun. This gun, which is a railgun, is barely firing. And that's just because the energy generation is so low. This gun, which is also a railgun, is barely firing. So there's some sort of issue with the power generation. Like, I know that obviously right now the power gen is dead. If we look in here, we will see that I probably don't have any turbines. Yup. My turbines are all disconnected, all blown up. My steam engines blown up. These are disconnected. This one actually isn't disconnected, which is a little sus. I don't have any turbines there, which I probably should. And there's turbines here, but they don't seem to be producing power for whatever reason. I don't know why those are not producing power, but I guess we will have to figure that out later, not now. Because, yeah, there's... God, I hate the not designer mode in this game. That's a great question. I do not know the answer. Yeah, you can see these turbines are fine, but they aren't producing anything. So, don't know what's going on there. Please hit. Please kill me. Kill me faster. Please. No, you missed. Haha. So sad. Yeah, this is just kind of a sad fight. It's going long. Neither boat can really kill each other fast, and there's a serious risk of the Ragnarok timing the big Cram Boat out, which would be pretty unfortunate because, like I said, the last forgotten round, the big Cram Boat is probably going to win in record time. I don't think the big Cram Boat is moving, which... So you're not moving. That means your propulsion's dead. You're moving, but your combat distance is not like 3,500 meters, my guy. So why are you so willingly this far out? You have the turning ability. You have 8 goddamn Azipods. Yeah, close in. This damn ship. So, it's so annoying to try and tune this thing. Like, it should be closing in right now, but it's just like forever away. Alas, from the depths. Even today, I still don't understand how it works. From the Depths AI is indeed a mystery. Only few people know it. It's the people who coded it, and they still don't even know it. Look at that torpedo, just constantly missing. Yeah, I think we're in serious danger if the Ragnarok doesn't get closer of the Ragnarok timing out the big Cram ship. The Ragnarok continues to stay at this forever away distance like it is trying to, for whatever reason, then we run a serious chance of this going to 10 minutes. Which will be quite sad. Because this non-railgun gun is dead. This non-railgun gun is dead. And the railguns aren't charging. We're getting marginally closer, but not quite. And the big Cram Boat just simply is not doing enough DPS right now. Despite still being at massive firepower, yeah, 1700, there's still not enough damage on the board. So the Ragnarok is still just too far for these Crams to land reliably, despite it moving in a pretty damn straight line. Let's see, will these land? They hit Superstructure. And barely at that. Okay. There's not much entertaining content to make here, lads. I apologize. This is just like a really boring fight after a series of annoying crashes, and there's just not much to really do here. Just kind of sit and stare. Hope the Ragnarok closes in, but alas, it doesn't seem to want to. Boom. Nope, no boom. Boom. Yeah, and you got engine deaded somehow, driver, so like there's not much to do there. And this thing just like it keeps turning right. Like you have the capability to turn left. You have Azipods, okay, half of them are gone, but still you have rudders. You have turning props. Like this thing can turn. It can turn pretty damn fast for a big boat. 3 minutes remain. The Ragnarok has about a little under 20% left in it before this time's out. If we don't reach 55% before 10 minutes, as I'm sure most of you know, just saying again, then this will time out and the big Cram Boat will DQ and will not advance to round 3. Although at the pace it is going, it is probably not going to advance to round 3 anyway, simply because the other ships are so far ahead in score in the first place that this score will probably not be that good. But we will see this test out just to see if it DQs or not, and to see if it does make it to a kill. If it does make it to a kill, we will be able to place it correctly. Or at least more correctly than we would if it got a DQ. So yeah, we're just going. I once again want to thank all you Chads of the base department who actually subbed, even though I said not to. You guys are awesome. That's all. Thank you. Very based. Ring, ring, ring. Can you hear that? It's the base department calling. Oh, they want you? I don't know what they said. I couldn't hear it. I'm not based enough. What's the, like, you guys know that meme of like, Pepe the Frog in, like, a suit holding a martini, right? And he's like, I'm sure you guys have seen that one. That very specific, rare Pepe. I need to find that and make it one of my Twitch emotes. Call it just based. Yeah, Ark. Definitely the most frustrating thing is when AI does bullshit like this, where it just runs away and it doesn't listen to your instructions, and you get fights like this that just don't end. Because, like, by all means, driver should be moving or potentially moving on to round 3. But right now, with less than 2 minutes left, it is looking like no on that part. And that is simply RNG and the fact that his good round, last round, just crashed, so there's not much I can do. Did AI break in the last update? The Ragnarok did this shit before. It could be different in the update, but the Ragnarok did disobey my commands before. So this is not new, but this level of disobedience is new. Like, it almost always, like, would combat or maintain combat distance about 1,000 meters further out than I said, but never, like, fucking 2,000 meters. So, no clue what's actually happening. I may, again, just breadboard it. So combat distance 500 meters? Yeah, and then when it actually goes to 500 meters, then I just get wiped by crams. Ouch. Okay. We are at 66.9. There is a chance the big Cram Boat does advance, but with a minute and 8 seconds, the chances are getting lower by the moment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if the Ragnarok just rams the big Cram Boat, then maybe it can win this fight without DQing the big Cram Boat. The big Cram's Boat win condition here is honestly to sever a turret in the next 50 seconds, but that would take some good RNG. Like that? No, that didn't sever a turret. Okay. We have about 40 seconds left. I'm thinking this is a DQ. I don't think there's any other potential options here, but we will ride this out. 30 seconds remain. The big Cram Boat at 92, unfortunately, would be one of the higher scoring in the health department of today. Ooh, that could be deadly for the Ragnarok. But I do not believe that will take us under 55. Oh, it could! It could! Okay. In the last 22 seconds, the big Cram Boat scores a kill. By sheer RNG. Landing it squarely in last place. No, the Ragnarok took a hit to an ammo compartment, which severed a turret and put it well under 55. So, the big Cram Boat at... So, let's just do the math. So, we have a 2.2 plus 100, right? Wait, no. Yes. 2.2. The big Cram Boat at the lowest score today of 194.5. Arc, so I count a kill as soon as the Ragnarok or the other ship drops to 55 or lower. I don't care which kind of despawn it is. As soon as 55 begins or despawning begins, then the fight is over. And despawning did not begin until that last hit. And as soon as that happened and I saw the health drop, it was over. But anyway, 194.5, the lowest score of the day. And no, it was 100%. That ammo kill dropped it under. It was not sinking. Okay. On to the next. So, coming up in third place, we have your Superstructure is Die Fastly by Flap, who will now face the Ragnarok for round 2. Excuse me. Holy shit. And let's just get in there. Lowest score is still a score. Technically, if the tournament ended right now, you would be what, 4th place? If we did additive points, but if we did which I'll probably do additive points for the people who don't advance to round 3, you would be 4th place. Okay, give it a second. Hands off the wheel. All right, let her rip. Your Superstructure is Die Fastly. She who waits approximately 7 seconds before activating crams. Let's see where he can land. Flappy did previously hold first until Emperor Fenrir by Xenodragon showed up and beat him by 0.3, and then Shipmaster Kent beat everybody by a resounding 20 points. Okay, our Lambs is drained on the Ragnarok, and our Superstructure will be dying fastly. But not much damage there. Most of those seem to overpen or miss or get shot down. And the Ragnarok is just unloading into the SIDs. The SIDF? Yisidef? Yisidef. That's what this thing is, the Yisidef. Can't really see the damage. It seems to be mostly beltline, but we know this thing's a side switcher, so unless the unless the Ragnarok is quick with the beltline damage, that will all be for naught. Even in percentage right now, the Ragnarok is switching sides. What the hell? No? Yes? No? The front is almost completely cut off. No, the Ragnarok is not switching sides. Okay. Yeah, the Rag is again just running like a little pansy, as it has been all day. For no reason. Those crams landed. I think they did mostly armor damage. It would appear to... Whoa! Mostly armor and superstructure damage. It does fear the mighty Cram. For no reason. It's not programmed to do that. Again, damage mostly in the belt line here. One of the crams has been punctured. But the ship will switch in due time. Did I break your side switching? Is it supposed to have switched by now? That would be interesting. It's trying to turn, but the Ragnarok turns faster? Oh. Interesting. This is why we have round 2, just to see if some bullshit like this happens. Okay, this could lead to some interesting results. The Yisidef is trying to keep up, but it can't, it seems. Silly AI indeed. It happens to me, it happens to you. Just wait, my railguns will be dead soon and it won't even matter. Let's see. Yeah, we're barely keeping up in rail charge. Okay, Yisidef is trying to switch sides desperately. We'll be taking frontal damage. And it will be switching to its other side of armor. Oh, this is blowing off some Azipods. And chunking through this frontal armor, but I don't think there's much of importance here. Well, there's a Cram, but it is armored. Yisidef is actually behind in percentage here. Appears to be going for a tactical get up in the Ragnarok's face maneuver, preventing it from running away like previously. These Crams could be deadly. That would be the Sabo gun missing a lot of barrels, but we're at such close range, I don't think that will matter. We are missing one railgun, which has been chopped up. A lot of the bow, or bow, whatever it's called. And the Ragnarok is, again, running away. Which is actually to its detriment, because it's cutting off some of its guns. And the Yisidef is actually running away. I believe it's trying to switch sides to no avail, still. This might be more of a contest than the initial match of these two was. These Crams could be exceptionally deadly, though. Okay, one down. This rear railgun seems to be completely disactivated. Is this an act of God? No. It is too late in the fight. Act of Gods are like AI kills or insta-sinks. About like 1 minute in. This is just par for the course. My AI has mishaps, your AI has mishaps. So it goes. It appears to be... We're on rear side now. Successfully, it has switched sides, but... could have taken some significant damage in this entire scrap. Yeah, that Cram is damaged. Back, this Lambs has sustained damage. The Lambs wasn't really much a factor. I don't see much here. So the Yisidef is actually fine. It is pulling ahead in percentage now. Some of the Ragnarok's main weapons are offline due to Cram fire. The Ragnarok's... Holy shit. almost completely cut off the nose of the ship. All it would take is about 1 cram for that to fall off, and the Ragnarok to lose a significant percentage of health. Ooh, those crams. Don't think we've pierced to the citadel through the armor, but we may have through the top, which would be... Yeah, it appears we've done damage to the lambs, as well as to guns. That railgun is dead, and one part of that gun is gone. What? Okay, cram deflection. Love to see it. Ragnarok at 720 firepower. Wow. The Yisodef is at 978, but as you know, cram firepower is a little different than APS firepower. Luckily, it successfully switched sides, and this has given it significantly more life. And yeah, but this side switch has given it way more life and has allowed it to pull ahead in percentage for now. If this ship remained on its left side, it probably could have potentially have lost the Ragnarok. Let's follow this cram. Oh, that's not a cram. There we go. Complete miss. Stop shooting it. Seems a lot of these crams are going wide, probably due to the distance. Okay, my Sabo gun is dead. So that's 2 of my weapons effectively dead. Which means this fight will probably turn into a slow burn in favor of the Yisodef. But the Ragnarok is, again, running away. Yeah, this range is ideal, but the fact that the Ragnarok spent so much time in close range means that most of its guns are now dead. But this range is basically where it wants to live, but it got here too late. But in terms of like making the tournament better and trying to get people into like higher brackets, this is not good for Flappy's ship. But most of my main weaponry is effectively down. I am no longer producing rail power, so my railgun, which is still alive, is effectively down. So this will be a slow burn, and hopefully a lucky cram can hit and we can score a kill before 10 minutes. Oh, that's a good cram. Okay, the Ragnarok is now effectively weapon dead. It no longer can fight back. All of its main guns are basically dead, and there's nothing it can do. Winning is out of the question. It is now a matter of how long this fight goes. Engage ramming speed, I wish. Yeah, these crams are just going a bit too wide. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing's AI. I don't even attempt to understand it. Ooh. Well, that gun was already dead, so that's just insult to injury. Yeah, it would be nice if it could just close in and finish this out before 10. These fights are kind of going the distance with these big cram boats. Ooh, could that be a turret severed? It's definitely some ammo, most likely. Probably some ammo just got racked. Have about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Well, yeah. 2 million ships are gonna take a while, but you should be able to reasonably land a kill within 10 minutes of game time. I mean, all these ships landed kills within 10 minutes of game time fairly easily. It's just when the ship runs away and you're using big crams, the fights are going to get extended kind of artificially, and there's not much to do about that. Okay, the Ragnarok is the one closing in now. Interesting. Just losing bits and pieces. About 2 minutes and 45 seconds remain. I think this thing is slower than normal. It is missing several SC pods. The rear are fine, but the front is definitely seen better days. All the damage on this right side is pretty superficial, nothing significant. Oh, that was big. That was a gun previously. Oof. Have about 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Ragnarok's at 67%. Kill is likely if these crams keep landing, especially if one lands in the turret. Yeah, if any of these turrets die, this is a kill, most likely. About 10% remaining with 2 minutes on the clock. See, the salvo should set the pace. And superstructure kill, not much damage. Those skip. The Ragnarok is becoming a submarine, working to its advantage. Subnarok engaged. Slowly getting chipped down by these secondaries, but that's not what's going to decide this fight before the time limit here. Okay, not much there. Still chunking it down. Most of those missed. Have a minute and 20 seconds remaining with about 8%. Flappy, I wish I knew why mine was turning away ever as well. About 1 minute. Any lucky hit here could be the end of the fight. Have about 6% remaining with the 55 seconds to go. All it takes is one. Any turret, any ammo rack, and this fight is over. This is a salvo. It's gotta be soon. Superficial. Mostly water skips. Ragnarok's at 59. We still have almost 30 seconds to go. No superstructure remains. The superstructure is die, but not very fastly. This fight has gone on so long I can see an island. We have about one more salvo left in the Yisadef. If it doesn't kill here, it may not kill at all. Slow down. The Ragnarok has not hit 55. 15 seconds to go. 57.9% with 10 seconds on the board. It has to be the secondaries. I don't think the Crams can make it in time. We shall see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. The final salvo fires and the Ragnarok survives 10 minutes. Of course, this ship would be dead in the next approximately 30 seconds. But Flappy, you will not make it to round 3 in this fight. Let's go. Cheese versus Moai win? Maybe in a bonus round in the future. Because after these fights are over, I want to go make dinner. Weapons activated. Boom. Bonus fights may just be some videos I do, because I don't think I have the time today to do them. See, no early significant leads yet. Both are about equal. So Fenrir's Alpha Strike of Diff didn't really pay off in terms of percentage. Let's see. Yeah, I could do some bonus fights. We'll see what happens once I get all these VODs up. Slowly but surely picking apart the Ragnarok's armor. Trying. Hold on. His armor is incredibly thick, so most of the Ragnarok's damage is kind of negligible. But it looks like the Ragnarok may be able to outturn it. We'll see. We shall see. Right now, the Ragnarok is in a percent advantage. I don't expect this to last, however. But we shall see. The firing has slowed down on the Fenrir. Could it be losing energy? No, it has a lot of energy. Let's see what the Ragnarok looks like. 2% up, a lot left to go. The Citadel is opened up. The Ragnarok's railguns could be disabled soon with that happening. Looks like we've lost most of the Sabo gun and most of the main frontal guns. How much firepower do we have? Not much. Okay, the Ragnarok will probably not win this despite the percentage saying otherwise. Most of its main guns are critical. And the Fenrir has power left to spare. I think the percentages are lies right now, but we shall see. The fight is still quite young. Man, what a good looking ship. What a good looking ship. Yeah, I never would think I would be seeing wet frontsiders taking the W. But I guess this is where we are. We might have a battle of wet front ciders in round 3. Yeah, so the Ragnarok's guns, the main primary guns, are instructed to aim at or aim below the water simply because they're super cav and because they're almost all penetrators. So I kind of envision them going straight through the armor, but it seems to work against it in most cases. So alas. Yeah, one gun is dead on the Fenrir. The percent difference is about 1, but again, the Ragnarok's firepower is significantly lower right now, and is more likely than not energy dead. Yep, it is energy dead, and its railguns cannot fire. So we're going to see an evening and then a drop in the Ragnarok pretty soon, as most of its main weaponry is now offline. It seems the Fenrir is also struggling to keep up firepower, or just could be a design. Okay, finally the Fenrir is in a lead, but it is lower in health than I believe it was in round 1 at this point. See, I doubt the Ragnarok scores a kill here, but this is mostly a matter of how long it takes the Fenrir to win, and with what health percentage. I imagine that we will score, at the bare minimum, higher than 190 on the Fenrir, but we could be in a serious risk of the Brimstone Rain taking its position in round 3. I don't believe the Ragnarok can wise enough. I believe it is a very stupid, dumb boat. This nose is like cut off, but it doesn't matter because there's really nothing there, and there's so much armor behind it. I don't think the Ragnarok has almost any main guns online anymore. No, I don't believe any of the main guns are firing. I think the Ragnarok is essentially weapon dead at this point. It's just a matter of how fast can we score the kill. The Fenrir is struggling slightly. One of its main guns is down. But the Ragnarok poses no threat. It is just simply over-armored and is a matter of getting lucky. Let's see if we have any weak points opened up. The Fenrir does make use of Hesh as well as Sabo, so if it can land a shot in this citadel, we could see an AI dead. But there is a backup AI to account for that. Yeah, so here's our AI area. Doesn't appear to be breached yet. And I don't think we've received anything to the backup AI. No, we have not. No superstructure. Anyone who was living in there is now dead. He killed many people. That you should feel bad about that. So you know. But I suppose they died many times today, so who really cares? Just another slow burn, but this time with APS instead of crams. I don't think the Fenrir will be any risk of running out the clock here, but it will be losing significant points. Yeah, so I think the Ragnarok could have possibly landed some lucky hits on the Fenrir this time. And this maybe could have caused some damage in some of the main guns. But I do agree it is killing exceptionally low this time compared to the first time. But we must remember that the first round was a 5-minute and 30-second-ish kill. So we aren't on pace for that, but we still are fairly close to that. Let's see. Ragnarok is getting chunked down. Yeah, I believe in round 1 the Ragnarok lost a turret. I could be wrong, which led to a way faster kill. And I don't think we're in too much threat of losing a turret this round. Don't believe so. We are in danger of sinking, however. If we keep losing our armor, which is our main source of buoyancy, and the turrets don't get chopped off, then the Ragnarok will sink, which will also count as a kill. But that would require most of the armor to be peeled off, which would probably counteract what is probably cluster aiming on the Fenrir. Ooh, something big exploded. Probably an ammo rack. Looks to be an ammo rack, if I had to guess. Ooh, 2 things exploded. Definitely not on the Fenrir. How long have I been streaming? Since whatever 12:30 EST was. So probably 6 hours. I decimated quite a few designs, but quite a few have ran to me for my money. This being one of them. Yeah, it has been a long day. And there's still one more, I think 2 more fights after this. So, I am not free from this chair prison quite yet. Yeah, my PC did crash several times, which, or not, so, whatever. I'm estimating we're probably going to see a around 7-minute kill here for the Fenrir, which would land it in 3rd place. Unfortunately, it will probably get beat by the Brimstone Rain by a significant amount, such that the Axe of God reset don't matter, and the Brimstone Rain would have solidly advanced to the final round. I'm imagining that Shipmaster Kent's water-based front cider will decidedly kill the Ragnarok within 4 minutes again. 10% remaining. Excuse me. Let's see. Fenrir, of course, has not taken much damage in the last 3 minutes, just the Ragnarok is damn near impossible to sink, and it has a damn huge amount of health. Have about 8-ish% remaining. Next time my ship will be more APS than a ship. That is probably a fair assessment. Honestly, I may do a bonus round for Fenrir versus water-based front-sider. It may not be on the stream, but there may be 2 bonus rounds of Moai, or Moe? Whatever that word is. The front-sider cruiser made by, and versus the Cheeseinator, or Cheesatron, whatever it's called. And then, if, I'm assuming we won't be seeing a water-based front-sider versus Fenrir, but I'll probably do a bonus round of WF versus Fenrir. So the front-siders versus the front-siders. I think no matter what happens, I will do videos of those. I'm thinking that's just the best case scenario and the most fun. I just don't think I want to do it today because I would like to finish this and then go eat dinner, shower, do all that good stuff. Boat indeed, Tiny. Boat indeed. About 1% remaining before the Fenrir scores a kill and secures itself, most likely not a 3rd place finish. You'll shower too? I hope so. No stinkiness allowed in my Discord. 0.8%. Just needs to land a few more hits for this round to be over for the Fenrir. Done. 7 minutes and 33 seconds with 84.2% health remaining. So I will quickly do some math. 60. 5 plus 84.2 plus 100. With the Fenrir at 208.7. Landing it pretty decidedly in 3rd place. And let her rip. The final battle of round 2. Here to decide who goes in to round 3. Which will probably be the water-based front-sider, to be honest. Because this thing is gnarly. I think this barrel is longer than you think, Ark. I think this barrel is not what it appears to be. There's more barrel than you may think, my man. Yeah, I don't think this barrel will be getting cut off by the Ragnarok, however. Wow, this is just a gun. This is the A10 of boats. The A10 of boats we have found here. It is taking significant damage, but I think it will outlast and kill the Ragnarok. Are there ejectors? Can't tell, because I can't really enter in build mode. That's a question for Kent. Definitely one of the guns of all time, for sure. The water-based front-sider is taking damage. It's trading pretty evenly. But I don't think it is damage to any significant portions of the ship. No. Could be wrong. This is APS here. The APS is exposed if the Ragnarok lands a lucky hit. Hopefully there are ejectors. Otherwise, this would be a pretty interesting result. Good night, CX. I hope to see a better lobster in my Discord soon. Lobster. Ragnarok is losing percentage-wise. Probably has no guns left, to be honest. Sabo gun is gone. Rear railgun, gone. Main railgun, gone. Secondary Sabo gun, gone. I think the Ragnarok is weapon dead. Sure is. Well, the Ragnarok's chance is now over. It is now a speed run to see how fast this thing can tear it open. I don't think the Sea Whiz is going to breach this heavy armor anytime soon. I really need to find out why my railgun stopped working suddenly. How's it using mats even faster now? It's advancing and evolving. It's going even further beyond. We're seeing mat usage levels never thought possible. If it runs out of mats, then that will probably be a stalemate, because the Ragnarok probably won't kill it outright anytime soon. If it does run out, that would be incredible for Zeno, because that would advance him to second place instead of third. Is the Ragnarok sinking? Ragnarok could be sinking here. Its armor is getting shredded, which is killing its buoyancy. Basically no guns left. Wow, this is disgusting. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, okay. Okay. That is the fastest kill we've seen. Yep. There, yep. Yup. There it is. The Ragnarok suddenly is either AI dead or sinking at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. What is this? Holy shit. This is crazy. 34 over 60. So that's 7 minutes. 25.6. That's 93.6. 269.2 out of 300 for the water-based front cider. That is the highest score today, and I believe as close as we will get to a perfect score ever in this tournament format. 0-7 to the Ragnarok.